I'm Abby Duke, and this is my video feedback on Erica's eulogy to JFK. So I'll just go over the things that I noticed that were in Erica's speech that made it a eulogy, and then at the end I'll just have a couple suggestions that she could have added to her speech. So, first of all, Erica does a really good job of speaking good of JFK, describing his character as friendly, honest, charming. He was handsome, and she also describes him as being extremely heroic, especially when he was in the Navy and he had to lead his fellow Navy soldiers to safety after a shipwreck. So those were all things that she mentions in there, and it's throughout her paper. She definitely speaks good of him and makes his character really favorable to who's listening. Another thing that is always included in a eulogy is mentioning the dead's accomplishments, and Erica definitely does this. I mean, from him going to Harvard, from him going into the Navy, to writing his book and winning the Pulitzer Prize, and also she mentions his actions during the Cuban Missile Crisis and says that it's one of his greatest accomplishments. So, of course, you have to include accomplishments, and Erica definitely does that. Another thing that she mentions is JFK's aspirations, which in a eulogy you usually discuss what they were aspiring or what they aspired to be throughout their life. And she definitely says that he wanted to help the poor and he wanted to continue his political path, and became president so he could do something for the poor. So that was definitely something that she mentions, and it's always a good thing during a eulogy to include. And then, of course, acknowledging the death of the person as a fact, which she does. She goes through the day that he was gunned down. And you also, what's typical in a eulogy is sending the dead to the afterlife. And she says he made his way to heaven. And, this is a good thing to include because the audience, we want to believe that the person is just in a better place and not just dead, that they're actually, they are just in a better state and their spirit is living on somewhere. So you're kind of comforting the audience that way. And Erica included that, and I really liked that. And then, of course, asserting the immortality of the dead. So she says, JFK will be kept in our hearts and in our memories. And then also, you want to kind of comfort the audience and kind of let them know that it's okay to go on. And Erica includes this, and she says that he would want us to keep living. So I noticed there was about 8 different things that made this a really good eulogy. One suggestion I thought that she could do was, so we want the dead to continue on in some way, but not just in memories or in our hearts and things like that, but we also want to honor them in some way. So I thought maybe, since he was gunned down, maybe she could, or, he was an advocate of the poor, so maybe she could, say, oh, we're going to set up a fund in his name to help the poor, or maybe to address gun laws or something like that. Just something in policy wise or otherwise to kind of honor his name, she could have added. And then as far as her delivery, I just thought that it was really good. It was clear and it was slow, but just a little more emotion to the words and everything, to make it kind of sound like a eulogy and to make it sound, that you're mourning this person, but you're also celebrating them. So just a little more emotion to the delivery, but overall it was really good, and I thought that it included many eulogy components. So that's pretty much it for my feedback, and I just want to say good job to Erica. So thank you.